Hello guys, welcome to the Edge of the Sky, a cyberpunk visual novel game. Hmm. Okay, let's start. Enter your name. I'm just gonna put Wilson, my channel name. What's this? Prologue Origin Phase 1. I have never traveled so far on my own before. Away from my family, my society. Did I really make the right decision in leaving everything behind? I sigh and focus on the map literally before my eyes, showing through my glasses virtual screen. Turn right here onto the path of Olympia. Okay then. Is there a safe option? What's this? Triple dot. There it is. There's options, save, load, auto. Okay. What's log? Oh, log is just... Okay. The moment I do as I'm told, I'm greeted with a radiant view of the sky. A row of flowered trees lines the so-called path of Olympia. A small gasp escapes my lips as I take everything in. I come to a halt, all thought of why I'm here or what I'm supposed to be doing slipping away. The view of the strange pink trees before me steals my breath away. They're so... what are they? A single thought, a memory of a picture in a book comes to mind. The faded pink of the cherry blossom trees in the old picture is nothing like real life. They're even more beautiful than I could have imagined. After admiring the flowers a moment more, I begin once more down the path of Olympia, this time in wonder. My tumultuous heart already feels calmer at the sight. Olympia City. Whatever I had expected of the country's capital, it was not this raw view of nature in all its glory. The city was touted as a haven, the pinnacle of what humanity could achieve when it worked together. Since so much of Earth is unlivable, Olympia's cutting-edge technology, beautiful architecture, and greenery as far as the eye could see had always sounded like heaven to me. The mere fact that this untouched piece of nature exists on the outskirts of the city, it goes a long way toward proving what I had heard and hoped, that coming to Olympia would give me a chance at a new, exciting, and much more beautiful life. But it won't be easy. I don't even know what team I'll be assigned to yet. I hope I did well in Phantasm's tests. Phantasm, also called FACE for short, is the organization who is set to truly rule Olympia City. Though I can only guess at how true that is. They're the ones who recruited me, told me to come here and begin a new life as Seven. Excuse me. The code name reminds me of those men I met only a few weeks ago. 9, 4, and 0. It's because of them I was even able to come here. They didn't even say it outright, but it had to be because of my meeting with them. As I walk down the flower-strewn path, my mind drifts back to how my chance at a new life came about in the first place. My clan stopped outside a city again. It's not close enough to see it properly, not from our position, but I feel a strange buzz of excitement nonetheless. For as long as I have been alive, it has always been that my people have lived as nomads. We wander from place to place, moving along whenever the weather gets particularly bad. We drifters were established back when some places become too hot to live in due to the effects of climate change. We're a young people and we're still learning and developing our own culture, which changes with each new person who joins us. As long as we have been a people, we have accepted anyone from any country and any nationality. Living our lives wandering the wastelands has taught us to try and be kind and open to anyone, but I hear some yelling and jeering behind me. With my curiosity piqued, I turn around and thought. A small group of men just stands at the line of the city limits. They're dressed in clean-cut clothes, with their hair perfectly styled and everything about them screaming city dweller. However, threaded through the crowd are some scary-looking thuggish people too, probably having nothing better to do and just looking for a fight. They're yelling something I can't quite hear, and when I move a little closer, I immediately regret doing so. Dirty drifters aren't welcome. I feel a lump form in my throat. Yeah, get away before you make our city walls dirty. Ah, good one. They can probably make the walls dirty by just looking at them. Filthy things probably haven't bathed in their whole lives. I doubt they even know what the word means. I bet they just roll around on the ground and call that bathing. They all laugh and keep yelling in the direction of our camp. I feel sick. The adults back in the camp can handle it better, but the kids, they have to sit there and listen to this nonsense. They'll get used to it, but I would bet they wish, but I wish they didn't have to, at least not yet. The world is harsh enough without some idiots yelling at us. What should I do? There's 4 options. If we fight them, we probably die. Turn back and go home. Yell back. Ignore them and keep walking. If I pay any attention to them, they'll just grow bolder. So it's best to just ignore them. I guess it is pretty fun to see people like that flounder at being ignored. I fix a smile on my face and walk right past them. I can hear them try to heckle me and call me a dirty drifter again, but they sound angrier at being annoyed than anything. I can't stop myself from grinning, feeling how unimportant you are, yet I hold back a laugh and look around for where to go next. Before I can do much more, though, a hooded man roughly grabs me by the shirt, pulling me to him. I glare up at the man, but when he looks behind me, I suddenly realize that the jeers and yelling have stopped. What's going on? I twist myself in the man's grasp to look around and see that everyone is looking at something behind them. I see a young man standing there quietly staring at everyone. He doesn't say anything, but his intense presence somehow larger than the entire crowds combined. Okay. Rich people. A moment later, a man in all black comes to stand next to him with a regal and commanding presence of his own. There's something about them that immediately makes them seem more... Whatever they are, there's such intensity in the first man's eyes that I have to remind myself to breathe. And the second man, I find I almost forgot myself in the composure he exudes. The man in white takes one glance at me and then begins running towards us. Before I can understand what's happening, he has me pulled away from the other man and behind him. Alright, sorry guys. Gotta lower the music, man. It's getting louder. He stands defensively in front of me. Help him? I see that this guy is ready to fight everyone for me, but I'm not exactly the type to sit back and let someone else fight my battles. I step out from behind him, ready to defend myself. The mysterious man looks at me. What are you doing? Helping? Huh? I can handle it. That's not the point. It's my fight that you jumped into, so I'm not going to sit back and let you do it for me. Before either one of us can say much more, the man takes a swing at the newcomer. He effortlessly redirects the punch to the side and kicks the man in the gut. I'm Zero, you? I freeze and stare at him. Did he just... I'm Wilson. Hey, I'm Wilson. But this is really not the time for introductions. If the opponents were serious, I might agree. To punctuate his point, he decks a guy charging at him in the face, making him crumple to the ground. 2 more guys rush at him, and I watch as Zero easily takes them down one by one without breaking a sweat. A man suddenly grabs at my shirt out of nowhere and pulls at me, making me stumble forward. I push myself back away from the man, and my shirt slips from out of his sweaty hands. Seriously, what's with everyone grabbing my shirt? The man regains himself seconds later and moves to attack me. I focus on him, narrowing my eyes. The world around me appears to slow down and nearly freeze. My heart races in my chest as I examine the man about to attack me. Left arm tense, he's ready to punch me from the left. I'm small, especially compared to him, so he's gonna try to punch me from below to lessen the chance of missing me. His eyes are focused on my face, so he's intending to uppercut me. The way he's squinting suggests he can't see well, can't afford to get his eyes fixed. My eyes dart all over the attacker looking for more clues, more weakness. He's standing with more weight on his left leg, right leg injured? Time flows again, and as the man tries to punch me, I dance out of the way, twirling to stand behind him. I kick him in his right leg, right behind the knee. The man yells out and falls forward. He lies on the ground, clutching his leg in obvious agony, unable to return to attacking me again. I look up to see Zero wordlessly staring at me, the rest of the assailants on the ground around him. The serene man from before walks up to us. The rest of the crowd that had been watching us quickly disperses, some people outright running away. He looks at Zero. Zero, I think you could have avoided fighting if you let me talk to them. He then turns to me, smiling. Are you okay? Yes, thanks. Yes, thank you for asking. I laugh. A girl could get used to fighting alongside someone. Wait, I'm a girl? Damn it. Why did I put the name Wilson then? Not many people would come to the defense of any nomad though, so your help was much appreciated. That's heartbreaking to think. Your people are probably the kindest and most well-adapted culture out of any in the past 50 years. You open yourself to anyone, guide and help others, pride yourself on equality. It's a shame that there are so many misunderstandings between your people and those who choose to stay behind in the city. The purple-haired man pauses his impromptu speech, a small smile on his face. You're back already? I look to the side, my heart almost jumping to my throat when I see the man he's talking to. What the hell, he scared me, I didn't even hear him. The man barely glances at me before turning to the purple-haired man. 9. I checked the area, but there wasn't anything to suggest it was ever stashed here. 9? Another number name? 9 puts on a pair of glasses, obscuring his thoughtful look. I'll be right back. With a quick glance at me, 9 leaves the group. I look at the two men I've been left with. Zero won't look at me, he seems stiff as he awkwardly shifts from one foot to another. The other guy seems to be spacing out, looking somewhere over the horizon. So we have 0 and 9. I look at the man in black. It's probably a good guess that the numbers are code names of some sort. So this guy probably has a number name too. So who do you guys work for? Could it be FaZe? Zero's piercing gaze moves to me at the same time that the newcomer's eyes became laser focused on me. Suddenly feeling very nervous, I try to think of what to say next. Who should I talk to? Zero. He helped us kick some ass. Only natural we're closer to him. What FaZe really like? We're not gonna ask about their number code names, cause that's pretty dumb. They're probably gonna reply with those are code names. We don't use real names. Blah blah blah. Some secrecy crap like that. I've only read about it on the net, but what's FaZe really like? Oh, it's unique. Each department has different buildings and we don't meet them often. But within the teams it can be kinda warm, like a family. I smile at him, my thoughts drifting to my clan. Is it like that then, I wonder? 9 comes back before I can ask anymore. You're familiar with the wastelands, right? Would you be willing to help us find something? Oh yes, of course. You didn't even need time to think. It's my people's way to do so. We try and help anyone out in the wastelands, especially since there's few who know them better than us. And we can't just let people wander around and get lost. The heat could get to them and well, it could be bad. Anyway, I'm happy to help you find any place you guys need. Thank you, we're really grateful for your help. We're looking for an old abandoned church. An old abandoned church. I rack my brain trying to recall the layout of this particular area. There was that decrepit building, but I think that used to be a library, so that can't be it. I look out at the horizon and it clicks. Oh, it's that place by the dried out lake. I think I know what you're looking for, so just follow me. I brought the guys to the abandoned church as requested. Although the trip didn't take as long as it normally takes me on my own, since the guys happened to have a rover ready to go. It was the fanciest rover I've been in, so I enjoyed the ride while it lasted. I got to sit in the front while I acted as navigator. As soon as we step foot in the place, Zero begins to wander around, looking at everything in wonder. But just as quickly, 4 moves to him, grabs his shoulder, stopping him. Zero looks back at him without a word. 4 silently stares back for a few moments before speaking. Don't wander around mission sites, especially before 9 has given you any instructions. At the mention of 9, 3 of us turn to look at him, but he's no longer standing where he just was. Zero shakes off 4's hands and walks a little further away. 4 merely watches him. Where is 9? I look around. Here even. I watch in confusion as an annoyed 4 walks around the church, rocks, and who knows what else crunching beneath his feet. With 4 distracted, Zero seems happy enough to take this opportunity to explore. He glances back at me as he stops to touch and examine one of the statues. Do you know who this statue is supposed to be? Sorry, I'm not sure. I don't know too much about this place actually, or really. We could narrow it down based on location to the gods or gods that were worshipped here. I can run a search. I turn and jump as I notice 9 standing right next to me. His glasses off now as he examines a different statue. How did I not notice him move right next to me? I take a deep breath. Do all of them do this? I think I might seriously have a heart attack before I get home. 4 appears just as suddenly on the other side of 9. Have you all forgotten what we're here on the mission? And this girl can leave now, she's done her part. Okay, so I'm a girl. Even if we're working, I think it's always good to take time out to learn about the world around us, if we can. We might not get another chance like this. Work time is work time, and this is Zero's first mission outside of Olympia. We should be teaching him good work ethic. 4 and 0 both turn in different directions, looking as if they have seen or heard something. 4 moves away from us, while 0 runs up and gets in front of me and 9 defensively. Not without experience myself, I narrow my eyes and look around for what it is that set them all off. Are you expecting someone? We weren't, no. I peek out from behind 0 to see several hooded men standing there. 4 is no longer anywhere to be seen. 0 stands in a defensive stance, watching the hooded men like a hawk. 9 begins to speak. This is your hideout, right? Sorry to intrude. You know damn well this is our place. The hooded man looks at all 3 of us and narrows his eyes. A dirty drifter and some freaks from Olympia. There's no way you're not looking for our spoils. Suddenly, 9 puts 2 fingers to his ear for a moment, then some sort of acknowledgement lights up in his eyes. He lets his hand fall back down and instead slide on his sunglasses. We're just looking for one thing in particular, really. Something catches my eye just behind a group of hooded men. Before I can comprehend what's happening, 4 appears as if out of nowhere. Grabbing the leader by the head with both hands and quickly twists it, dispatching the man with ease. Before the body can even reach the floor, 4 turns to another one of the hooded men. He pulls something out of his jacket. I only catch the flash of steel when 4 moves in the blink of an eye. He cuts the man down so fast, and that's all I catch is the aftermath. Another body falling to the floor. 3rd man looks terrified out of his mind. Not waiting for 4 to get him, he turns and runs out of the church. 4 lets out a small sound as he watches the man flee but doesn't follow. He turns around to survey the area, and I find myself watching him in quiet awe. I have to admit, these guys are turning out to be really cool. But our troubles are hardly over as another one of the hooded men appears from behind a statue. He makes a beeline towards 9 and me. 0 go. 0 quickly nods and rushes to meet the man head on. But he trips over some loose floor tiles and stumbles. That gives the man just enough time to rush right past him and straight at me. 9 pushes me behind him and pulls out a stun baton from his coat. And with hardly any effort on his part, he strikes the guy with his baton the moment he gets in reach. The guy crumples to the ground, thus ending the fight. 0, who had already been on his way to capture the guy, looks stunned. He pokes the groaning man on the floor with his foot and looks away. 4 appears next to 0, making me jump once again at his sudden entrance. You tripped, 0. Tripped? That mistake could have been the end. 9 shakes his head. It's his first time, go easy on him. He's had 13 years of training. 13 years? Yeah, 13 years of training, and this is his first mission. Okay. He should do a better job of protecting his leader than this. 4 looks at 9 instead. The weather generator is secure. Good, and I heard that the others just successfully wrapped up their mission too. 0 perks up at this and looks at 9. Is everyone okay? 9 nods. That type of mission is 6's specialty, so there wasn't any need to worry. You never let anyone get hurt, not even 5. 0 looks away again, and I feel annoyed with 4. Even if 5 does have a habit of wandering off. Say nothing. 9 sighs. It's time to get going. He starts moving away, but not before patting 0 on the shoulder. 4 stops and looks at 0 as well, who continues to look away. Let's train more when you get back. This receives a tiny nod from 0 and 4 starts to move on as well, but I raise my voice before they can leave. Wait a minute, you guys dragged me into this. The least you could do is tell me exactly who you are. 9 takes off his glasses and smiles. For you, I'll tell you this much. You can keep a secret, right? I nod. I'm sure you already guessed that we're part of Phantasm. A special team within FaZe, to be exact. Our missions are extremely critical to the nation. So you came all the way here from Olympia City. 9 nods. Sorry, I can't tell you more about what we do, or our real names. But you've seen us work with your own eyes. I can tell you that you should be on the lookout for a special message soon. A message from FaZe. 9 nods again and 4 snorts. Lucky you, I wonder if you'll make it. 0 merely stares at me with an inscrutable expression, seeming curious himself. We'll be going now, and thanks for your help. I really appreciate it. Can I get some money? As a gratitude? We can't give you a ride back though, sorry. Damn it. At least, can you give me some money for a taxi at least? I led you all the way here. Give me some money. It's alright, I can ask one of my clan to pick me up. So they're leaving then. I wonder if I'll ever see them again. Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Eeny, meeny, miny, choose 9. I hold out my hand to 9, perhaps a little shyly. You were really impressive back there. You're a really smart guy, huh? 9 smiles and takes my hand. Some people say that. Really humble and kind too. You seem like a great leader. It was an honor to meet you. Likewise. Hopefully we'll meet again soon. 9 lets go of my hand. 9 and 4 turn and start making their way to the church entrance, but 0 doesn't immediately move at first. It's as if he wants to say something else. Come on, kid. 4 calls out. With that, 0 reluctantly turns and leaves to catch up with his comrades. Lost in my memories, it seems that I've already wandered into Olympia City Center. Ah, so that's all. All of that is just a flashback. Okay. Blinking, I look around at the tall buildings shimmering in the evening sun rays. The air seems so much cooler here, so much cleaner. The greenery intermixed with the beautiful solar panel covered architecture gives off an indescribable feeling. It's as if humanity itself was able to harness the beauty and power of nature and coexist side by side. I take a deep breath and smile. Finally, I've reached Olympia City, my dream city. Ever since I've heard of the wondrous city I've wanted to visit, I can scarcely believe that I'm really standing here now. Everything looks just as clean, gorgeous, and serene as I had heard. Can't believe I'll really get to live in this city. I can't wait to see everything there is to do here. People walk around me, likely headed home after a long day, but even they seem in a good mood. I guess you can afford to be when you don't have to worry about starving or passing out from the heat. Some of them head down slow-moving walkways, eager to get to where they need to go. Others in cars fly above our heads, much higher in the sky. I begin to space out, just admiring the trees and watching the stream near me gently flow past. I try to absorb the feeling I'm having now, knowing that I'll never likely have it again. In this moment, everything feels perfect, the future boundless, the possibilities endless. In this moment, it's as if I've regained youth I thought I'd lost. Regained the feeling that I can do anything and the feeling that anything can happen. I'm able to hold on to this ephemeral feeling but for a moment before the light fades away and the world of darkness seeps back in. Filtering the low voices of the crowd, from somewhere 2 voices drift to my ears. I look around and see in the distance a woman bowing deeply in apology to an older man. It's fine, I don't want to hear your excuses anyway. This is the kind of thing I should expect when hiring a single mother. Your kids come before your work after all. Well, it's not like that. This isn't an everyday occurrence, sir. And besides, that email didn't need to be sent off until later tonight. I can still make it. No, that's fine. I'll have Matthew do it instead. This isn't the first time I've trusted a woman to get something done and she failed. She didn't even have kids as an excuse, so at least you're a little better. Are you talking about Su-yeon? Oh, she's young. Su-young is young. Hahaha, okay. Exactly, young and lazy. After all the risks that we take hiring minority groups like women and young people, you think you'd all work a little harder. You can't get anywhere with this kind of attitude. I can't listen to the conversation anymore. I feel ill and weak in the knees. Here too? Even in Olympia City, there's crap like this going on. Even though it's the most technologically advanced city in the world, there is still these kinds of backward ideas. I stare blankly at the stream next to me, a cloud of darkness making everything that glittered with beauty only moments ago seem mockingly dull. I don't even hear my name being called at first until I feel a hand on my arm. I snap my head to see 0 out of all people standing in front of me. I stare at him in shock. 0! 0, long time no see. 0 shyly smiles and nods at me. I came to get you. I mean, I was sent to get you. You're late. I thought you might be lost. I gasped and then quickly tapped the side of my glasses to bring up the digital overlay. The time says 5:45. I was supposed to be there at 5 p.m. Oh shit, let's go. I start walking together with 0. After a few quiet moments, I glance at him. Sorry, I'm so late. Do you know any shortcuts? Maybe. Just one though. One is enough. Can you run fast? What? Cause if you can't, you won't be able to keep up with the other guys you're about to meet, much less me. Before I can respond, 0 runs off at a ridiculous speed. Huh. What a little shit. Determined to catch up, I dash off through the sunset city after him. I think that's first part over. I think that's first part over. So how does this work? Can I save real quick? I catch up to 0 in a train station. Good time to save, I suppose. My footsteps echo through the large, almost empty area. I can see 0 standing in the middle waiting for me. I almost feel compelled to jog up to him, but seeing him just standing there makes me feel a little rebellious. Slow down my pace the tiniest bit. He made me run after him through the city so he can wait a bit. Once I finally get close enough, 0 turns away from observing me to face the man behind the counter. He shows the man something that looks like a clearance card. She's with me, new operative. The man glances at the clearance card as his eyes briefly light up with a colorful pattern. It's gone as quickly as it appeared, too quick for me to catch anything other than a flash of orange in his eyes. The man spares me a quick glance before he nods and waves us through. As I follow 0, who isn't running off at high speeds this time, I take the time to observe our surroundings. The place looks old yet well kept. Whoever is keeping the interior design like this must really like the vintage look. Though I still don't get why we're in an old-fashioned train station. I had hoped we'd be flying in there in a car since I've never been on a flying one before. But oh well, maybe some other time. 0 starts moving towards one of the trains that just arrived and I follow him in. 0 sits down on one side and I sit on the other across from him. He merely stares at me, slowly making me feel more and more awkward. Can't take it anymore, so I turn around to look at the vintage style train. It's so empty, are we really the only ones on the train? When I turn back, 0 is still just staring at me with no discernible expression. I decided that this might be a good time to ask a question. Which one? Why are you staring? 0 looks away. Sorry. No, it's okay. Was just wondering. 0 shrugs and falls silent. I sigh. First awkward conversation. First milestone complete, I guess. Other than that, curious, then a few curious. Other than a few curious stolen glances here and there, we spend the rest of the train ride completely silent. In around 15 minutes time, we arrive at the next station. And we head into Phase HQ itself. The moment I get a look inside, I stop in my tracks. The beautiful atrium has a light feeling to it. With so much open space and windows letting in the natural light, it's filled with people, operatives and researchers, all in white walking about. Some are in groups, some on their own. Although it's busy, the area itself is too big to feel crowded. I space out, taking in all the details of this wonderfully spacious place. I step back and look up at the ceiling and at the sky above. Wow, good evening. I look back down to see a woman standing there. I am Dr. Kairia Park. I am Dr. Kairia Park. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. Although you're quite late. Sorry, Miss Park. I had an accident. Oh yes, I'm terribly sorry for that. Dr. Park gives a brief nod of acknowledgement as if she'd already forgotten it. Then she turns to 0. Thank you for going to retrieve Operative 7-0. Operative 7, what a weird... Oh wait, that's me, they're referring to me. 0 smiles back at the doctor. You're free to go now, 0. 0 places his right hand over his heart and bows his head slightly before running off further into the building. I watch him go, but he zooms off so fast that he's gone out of my sight before I know it. Please come with me. I'll take you to your room. She motions for me to follow. As we walk through the large space side by side, Dr. Park holds a tablet up. She begins to go through my stats one by one. These are most impressive, especially considering you have joined us without going through any of our training and advancement initiatives. I have a question though. What do we look like? Like we know that we are a girl, So what do we look like? Because I need to know for for research purposes, of course. I look around the atrium and at all the people around us. Is it okay to talk about all that here? Everyone here are operatives within the secret branch of FaZe. Therefore, an operative's basic stats are public information. I frown. Feels a bit odd to be reduced down to stats like a game, or maybe just a literal statistic. It seems I forgot to introduce myself properly. Didn't you just introduce yourself as Kyria Park? I'm the lead researcher here at FaZe. I have many responsibilities, so at times you may not see me often. One of the things I'm in charge of is ensuring that all our operatives are always healthy and at their best. I apologize for forgetting. I'm always delighted when someone so talented joins us, especially at Phantom Alpha's level. Well, thank you. That's very high praise, especially from someone in your position. But I feel a lump in my throat. Am I really good enough? I don't know if I'm really what you think I am. I'm not sure that this whole thing isn't a mistake. She stops in front of me, making me stop with her. She practically shoves her tablet in my face. With her stylus, she points to my skill level ranking. It says that I have a rating of S-class. The software analyzes the potential ability of a candidate based on provided data. And it's rarely ever wrong. Yeah, rarely wrong. You didn't say never wrong, which means it does happen. Even though rare, there's still a chance it got me wrong. It got my stats wrong. She then relaxes and smiles at me. I made the software myself after all. But it could be updated with new data later on. I'm sure that any new data will only prove the software's ranking to be correct, or who knows, maybe even better. The doctor's eyes seem to glitter at the thought before we begin walking again. Where is it that FaZe got the data from anyway? The data was collected by our operatives who came in contact with you. So that time, of course. But still, I wasn't with them for very long. FaZe is part of the government in Olympia. And naturally, we have an extensive data network for the defense of the city. The drifters were close to the city after all. You know I'm a drifter? Wait, no, I guess it makes sense that you would, considering everything else. What do you mean? I'm used to people from cities treating me like crap if they figure that out. I see. There are many operatives from all over. Europe, Asia, Africa, every inhabited continent. I myself am from America, and besides that, I judge on merit. I don't care where someone is from. I find myself smiling at the good doctor's words. Although she seems a bit stiff, knowing this makes me feel better about her. That's how things should be, so it's nice to hear someone in here share that opinion. We enter a hallway and Dr. Park stops in front of one of the doors. This is where you will be staying from now on. If you have any questions, you should use the FaZe wall interface in the room. It's equipped with high security clearance information about FaZe. If you can't find something there, I encourage you to contact your new teammates. I find that higher mission success rates have a direct correlation with high synchronization rates. Now please excuse me, 7. It was nice to meet you, but I have much work to do. I will be contacting you tomorrow. On behalf of everyone here, welcome to Phantasm. Thank you. Bye bye, Dr. Park. Miss Park. Kyria Park. And with that, Dr. Park finally leaves. I giddily stare at the door of my new room. It's finally time to see where I'll be sleeping from now on. I take a deep breath to steady myself and go in. It's actually beautiful. My bedroom, looks so different from any place that I've stayed before. And I think I'm gonna take a pause here. I'm gonna save and continue later. So stay tuned for part 2.